Hello, hello. Happy New Year. We're back in the new year. It's only been 1 or 2 days, right? And it feels like a long time already. Like for our first London session in 2026. Isn't it crazy how fast that went, right? Whew. Um, so technically, hey Jerry, Happy New Year to you as well. Hope you had a lovely, lovely New Year's. And yeah, I'm very excited for this year. It does feel like a new beginning, right? Every time it is, but it's actually just a continuation, right? But it's always good to look back. And are you holding short? Are you talking NQ? um, I would like it to see a little go higher. Let's see. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I don't know yet. I don't. I want to. We are the what 2 a.m. NQ short 1-on-1. Oh, you're scalping. Let's go. Um, let's see. I would like it to see it go a little bit higher, 659, for it to really be confident in a short right now. Yeah, I would like to see it go to 661 before I start shorting. But let's see. Last day. Hey, Jerry? Did you trade? Hey, Jay. Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. How are you doing? My God, you guys are already all on top of it. I'm like, I was expecting like everybody getting in. Jerry's already in a short. I'm like, oh my God, guys, you're faster than I am at the moment. I was like, oh, nobody's really trading. Everybody's just relaxing, and you guys are gonna make me work now. I've got to speed up to get to your level now. Yeah, we took Asia high, though I'm still not convinced. I still think we might go a little higher. So I'm going to wait until 661 level. If it goes without me, it goes without me, but I don't feel comfortable at this moment to short yet. So, but I'm going to mark I mark my favorite. Well, it's not my favorite macro, but it's becoming one of my favorite macros. And you guys know why, exactly why. Because it helps us to frame the price action in London. And if it doesn't help us in London, it helps us later, right? So, oh, Jay, you're long since Asia. Wow. Yeah, I think I looked at it and I thought, wow, if you managed to do that, it's pretty obvious, right? Was a beautiful inversion. We can go over it for people who haven't who haven't seen. Why is my internet? I think I have internet issues again, guys. There we go. Okay. I wanted to go here before. If the short goes without me, it leaves me. That's fine. But I don't feel comfortable on the short yet. Hey, the real DC trader. Happy New Year to you too, guys. Well, obvious inversion trade. Well, I want to see a higher time frame. We're very bullish, right? I want to see a higher time frame change in state of delivery. That makes sense. For me, just this is not enough on 1 minute to feel confident that the market has changed its algo, right? So we're still on a bullish trend, and we have liquidity up here and a high. So for me, this just because it's a high in a 1 minute change is not enough. I need a 15 minute, or at least 15 minute change in state delivery before I am comfortable taking a short. And I don't see it yet. So for me, this is just a full failure swing. Yes, it took out liquidity, but you have to look at the higher time frame. What is the price doing? We are in a bullish. We are still, the algo is still in a buy program, and it hasn't given me the confirmation that we have changed into a sell program. And especially after such a move, some people took it, hey, Tamir, Happy New Year to you. Hope you had a nice one. Especially when you have such a nice move from here, you really want to see a higher time frame change in the state before, because, you cannot beat the trend, right? You have to go with the trend. Look at the 4-hour, guys. Does it look bearish to you? Jake, shoot. No problem. You can always ask a question. If I answer it, I don't know, but I will try to. Most of the time, yeah, guys. So, I noticed that on Friday is not Friday, but the last day that we traded, and it's just all those little things that people learn, SMT and but you always have to look at the higher time frames perspective, and sometimes you just have to zoom out a little bit. Now it could turn here definitely, but I would rather really wait for a 15-minute confirmation before entering, because it could go higher. And look at this, it could go higher. We have a wick here. Now this is not the midpoint of the wick, but this is an important liquidity level that I marked. But I'm looking at this one here as when first presented. Good question, Jay. Now, you know that most of the times I dream of charts during Asia, right? But I actually don't know that. But generally speaking, Asia tends to consolidate, right? Then you have the manipulation move in London, like we had on was it Wednesday? And then you get the distribution during. That's very simplistic to say. But I have seen some logic in Asia that it opens, it goes down, like on a micro level, that it does do the same, like you have your AMD there as well. But there's most of the times between 7 and 9-ish Eastern. You can see like a little mini market buy or sell model. But I don't think it's that. I don't think. Well, maybe there is, but I just don't know, to be honest, because I haven't really studied Asia as well as I've studied London and New York. But I guess, but preferably, we don't want to see a lot. We don't want to see a large. As I'm saying it, we don't want to see a large Asia for a good London trade, right? Because once you have a large distribution move in Asia, London tends to be, because normally Asia consolidates. But if it really expands, what do we get in London? Most of the times we get the consolidation, right? So I know. Okay, so that's why you're asking, because of the move that we got to the upside. You just have to look at the higher time frame, Jay. So like, okay, what is the price doing, right? So price is expanding. So what does the market do? The market does only two things: seeks liquidity or balances out an imbalance. So what are we doing now? So where is it going, right? Where will be the end? How much higher will it go, or is it done going to the upside? Now, if you look at the 4-hour here, right, we had this end walk. What we've done, we went all the way through the end walk on the 4-hour. We closed above it, and we have a new 4-hour candle above it. Now the question is, what are we going to do? Are we going to go back into the range to consolidate? Or are we going to make another high? I don't know. I really don't know. For me, this is still bullish, and I like this area here. Like I said, for me, I really need a 15-minute change in state delivery after such a large move in Asia. I will not enter a short until I have my confirmation. And if I miss a first move, I don't care, because I really want that confirmation to enter a short. I would prefer now my AMDs, like I would love some consolidation, which we already had here. But let's see what this 4-hour candle. I would love it to make that last manipulation move to the upside and like my distribution to the downside. So I'm more patient, and if it goes, it goes. But I just cannot enter like in here because for me this is still short for the 4 hour string. Um, Yeah, I mean, you cannot just enter because we took Asia high or just because we did this because it's not enough. You really want, I want a solid trade. I want a solid risk reward. If I would enter here now, okay, I could say, okay, the macro is starting, but you also have to remember, right? When you have like a large move, I am looking for session ranges, dealing ranges, and most of the time when a range is done, it goes up a little more violently and you have a larger wick. Now, obviously, this can be the high for now. It can because we went to 830, but I just cannot enter. But let's see. Let's go to the 5 minute. And guys, you'll see when you get more patient, you might miss one or two trades, but then, oh, I'm on gold, by the way. Sorry, guys. No, I am on the right chart here. I thought I was on GC. I was like, oh my God, am I just going over the wrong chart? Hey, I haven't had water since yesterday. So I can't make any coffee at the moment. I ran out. I had water, but I ran out, so that's why I haven't had water since yesterday. Mm. Hey, baby, welcome to South Africa, 2026. Water, electricity. Sometimes we're gonna get water today, but so I cannot make any coffee anymore. So I already have one coffee, but I needed more actually. Okay, let's see. 15 minutes. Okay, hold on, guys. Hello, we're back. Apex, yeah, you cannot. Apex is hard to trade with your scaling drawdown, correct? So I'm using this the first. So I'm using my. I'm looking at what happened in the 152 macro, right? I still have confirmation. Yeah, you can say here 1 minute we went over, but here again we did not. So hold on. I'm out. See you in New York. Hey, Jerry. I think this is a trap, guys, to be honest. Let's see. So if you guys would analyze this price action, do you see a breaker somewhere? You have a nice breaker here, right? So why would I not enter here? Let's see, have a look at the breaker. If this is a breaker, what are we retesting now? We're retesting a bullish breaker. Would I go short here? If you consider this breaker. Low, high, low, low. So this is breaker. This breaker has been activated by this candle. Is it smart to go short when you have a breaker here? So for me, I really want to see this area being disrespected before I consider a short. So I'm just going to wait. Now, when I look at this price action, I'm also looking at what would be the if we will go short, if we will go to the bearish side, right? What would be the future bearish break? I would rather see then this one. So this bearish bullish breaker becomes I would really want this area to be disrespected, and then I would like to have a retest within it for a short. So I'm not going to do anything until I see this either being activated, this bearish breaker, or this is a retest of this bullish breaker. So that's why I'm definitely not interested in a short at the moment. I really want a break, disrespect of this bullish breaker, and activation of this one before I enter. And I'm also more vigilant because of the large move in Asia. So I know I have to be. There might not be a distribution move for me at the moment. So, but let's see. What are you doing, Dolly? Exactly, real DC. Exactly. Yes. Yes. Now we did have some consolidation here already, right? But yeah, let's just watch. Let's watch and see and learn, right? Okay. People are so eager to really to change, but you really have to wait for your official change in the state and maybe let the first one run if you're not, and then go for the retest. And it takes a little bit more time, but you'll have the better trades and you'll have much more better risk reward. Hey, C for Wisdom, Happy New Year to you. How are you doing? How was your holidays? I haven't seen you for a while. How's it going? I know you've been studying. I'm sure you actually did. How's it going? I haven't had water for yesterday. The pump broke of the general water supply. So we had no water. I still had enough for a shower. I did already, and I still took some extra, but now I ran out of water. But we're getting water. Yeah, I know you. How's it going? Are you confused? Hey, that's actually a good thing. Listen, that happens, and then suddenly it will click. But I totally recognize that. That is, but that means you're really doing well, and it's normal because there's so much, and then you start to, and then at some point you compartmentalize some things again, and then it will be okay. So it's all normal. It's all normal. Yeah, I had a lovely time, and I'm so happy that I don't know. I'm just happy for the. I didn't do much, by the way. Talking about too many concepts, I was too busy with the other things, so I did not do a lot with Goldbach. But it's still going to be in the 2026. Diving a little bit deeper into, because it's just more. Goldbach is just more getting into the algorithmic side of things, right? Um, Praise the Lord! Passed my first eval on the 30th and 31st a couple of days ago. I think I can remember that you said it, right? After quite a few attempts, 50k apex, which you should just begin the PA. No, 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 no. If you have, let me give you one advice. If you pass the challenge, Friday is generally speaking a harder day, but especially being the first day of the year, and also generally speaking, when you have a new account, let it rest one day, even if it's a good day. Let it rest one day. I would not do your PA today. It's Friday. It's the first day of the year, last day of the week. I'm not even I'm not even trading my account as well. I'm still just going to paper trade today, and I'm just tape reading. But generally speaking, if you pass an account, you go to fund it, let it rest one day, because it is just, it's, I don't know why, but it's a psychological thing. Just trade another eval, but just let it rest. Let it rest, and do not go over, because you're very eager to start making money, but let it rest. And then Monday, I think Monday will be a really, everything is settled. But Monday we have NFP week though. You still have to be vigilant. Let me check the news, by the way. NFP week is always challenging, but hey, listen. But hey, if you want to do it, you can still do it, but just do it with micros and just size down. But that would be my advice. Just unless you have a model and you see your model, right? I don't know if you have a specific. If you really have your own model, you've backtested it and you see it, and you know when you see it that you can take it, then you take it. But if you don't have a model that you have been backtesting and that has helped you pass your evaluations as well, um, then you have to be careful. But if you have a model, I don't know if you actually have a model that you trade and backtest it, and it gives you 80% of the time it works. Well, actually, it doesn't have to work 80%. It can work 60 if you have a 2R. If it's 2R, you're already fine with 60, even fine with 50%. But it has to be 2R minimum, preferably higher. Then that doesn't count for you. But if you're still struggling with having a model, be careful. And you also, it's also your first eval. So okay, it's your first eval. Now take it slow. Take it slow. Take a step back, and just see what made you pass. Was it your discipline? Was it your model? Think about it, right? How did I pass that eval? Well, congratulations. It's a nice way, and it's. I mean, I salute you for doing that at the end of the year because price action was not easy. So, but there were opportunities, but it wasn't easy. Okay, I was looking at the news, right? I want to check the news from Monday, and I'm just looking at price, guys, because see what happens now here. We are going. I know a lot of people are being caught short now because oh, it's going short. We had such a large move. It all go short now, and a lot of people are gonna lose money again now and lose their accounts and evaluation because they're gonna keep stabbing at it, keep stabbing because they're sure, and that's what I'm sure it's gonna go short now because it went up such a long time, so it has to go down, right? That's what people say. They're not waiting for the confirmation. I was one of them, by the way, so I know what they're thinking because I thought that way, and sometimes I still do. Let's see. Okay, Monday we have a manufacturing PMI at 10. Mm, ooh, I like it. We have a lot of news, but no, I don't see NFP. Is it? Oh, we do. Okay, we have a lot of. Okay, no, we do actually. Okay, Wednesday. Yes, yeah. I'm sorry. We do. Yes, yes, yes. So up to Wednesday we're good, and then on to Friday again. But we'll see, guys. I mean, we just go with the trend, right? We just go with the trend. Hey, listen. You can blow. Yeah, exactly. Well, I hope I help people with showing this how you look at it, right, and not getting too excited because also we are above the end dog, right, and above a volume imbalance with a closure above it, so that's bullish. We've got this large wick. Obviously, we can go into here and go down, but when you look at the consolidation, and now I never give. Now we are in consolidation, but I still have to consider this weaker, right? But it could just disrespect it straight away. But then I want this one to be activated and this one, right? But I want to wait for that. Yeah, and exactly. So for me now, I'm thinking, okay, we're forming our A. We're just in A. But this is not for me. That's why I'm looking at this macro, right? I love looking at the macro because it gives me a lot of information. What are we doing here? Look at the 5. What is the macro done? Just accumulate, right? So I know, okay, what's going to be the manipulation? But I'm looking at the 4-hour candle here. Preferably, I would love to see that wick go up here and then get the distribution to the downside. But the question is, are we going to get it in London, or are we just going to fool a lot of people out of their money, right? We might get a few 4-hour candles here. Let's see. No, remember what I said about wicks, right? A wick here, a wick is a bunch of imbalances, and what is the imbalances? What does the market needs to do? Balance out imbalances. So if we are going up in this area, will that be fast or slow? It will be slow. So if we do go up, it will be very slow, lethargic, and going into this. So we have a lot of wick here as well, right? One pass through. But if you look at the market like this, right, what do you see? You have all these wicks here. Just look at the 4-hour. What do you see? We have a candle here. So what do we need? We need buy side, right? A wick is not enough. You want buy side. So you want one candle to go up. Look, if we get buy side up to here, right? I'm actually going long, guys. I'm actually very confident. I'm paper trading, by the way, just a paper trade, but I'm very confident in this trade, to be honest. Yeah, I'm talking about it, and I'm just seeing something like, okay, I missed something, and now I'm actually even more confident about it. Let me go. Let me see. Where's my breaker? Now I'm thinking I might be too early because let's say we make the high of London here, right? When is it going to do it? Is it going to be in the 350 macro and the 250 macro? So let's see. I'm paper trading anyway. It's just for me also to figure out if I'm right on the time. But oh, I see the breaker here. Yeah. Okay. So breaker. The only thing that I don't like. Did we retest it in the macro? No, we did not. 220, yes, 220, but not in the macro. Can we go lower again? Yes, we could. So we do have here flat bottom. Well, let's see. It's okay. Um, so the real DC trader, that's the thing. No, not really, because if you have a consolidation, that's not manipulation. It's still back. It's just going back to the range. You see, we're just in the range. Move here, you go back into the. So that's not manipulation. This is not manipulation. This is just retesting this breaker. A manipulation move is calculatable. So like if you have if you use your standard deviations, if you have your consolidation and you get a breakout and then you calculate your manipulation, that's most of the times 2.5 standard deviations, and then from that manipulation that's created to make the trend, then your distribution can be 4 standard deviations on average. So this is, well, if you would consider this your manipulation move, let's see how much standard deviations that is. I don't think that gives 2. It could be right. But then we're going to distribute now to the upside, right? That's what you're saying. Okay, let's see. Could be. No. No, we're just in this is just consolidation. I think this is going to be I think this is the manipulation. We're forming the manipulation move now. Let's see. 2. Yeah, I think this is going to be the manipulation to the upside, and then we go down. Let's see. We might write it up and we might be able to write it up and down. But we could be too early. It could just consolidate its way down into this area again and not take out this, just go into this first presented, because it's still technically good. We'll see. A lot of people are so eager to go short now. So this high has been created, 202. I think we have to wait until the next macro for it to take out. So we should be patient. Hey, Gillipsy, how are you doing? Good night, because I want to see if I can get up in New York not too late. Thanks. Yes, see you later, the real DC. Have a nice sleep. Oh, I think my water is running. I'm hearing something trickling, and I think the water is coming back. I haven't been with water for 24 hours now. Let me just check, because I think the water is starting to run again. Hold on. Then I can make some coffee. Yeah, it's starting. I can hear the pipes. I can hear the water running. Hihi, finally. Finally, water is coming back. So an end dog is a knowledge nuggets for us, and it's a new day opening gap. So that's the gap between the close of the previous day and the opening of the next day. So it's the 5 to 6 o'clock gap. So the futures market closes at 5 and opens up at 6. And we call it an end walk when it's the Friday to Sunday opening and close of the market. Now, we technically could go all the way back to this end dog, right? 6, 7. For me, I just have my calculation up to here. Why? It's also the 0.5 level of a wick. So and I have a important fair value gap marked here. So I think this for me is enough for the trade for London. Well, it's actually a small trade though, but let's see. It doesn't matter, because then maybe we might take the short from there, right? Or position yourself for the short later on. Let's see. You're from Paris. Ah, welcome, all the way from Paris. Yes, so the NWOC and the NDOC are different than the RTH gap, right, Jay? You know that, right? So the RTH gap is the gap. Now, I don't want to confuse you, but the RTH gap is the gap we are forming. Let's have a look quickly. I'll go to RTH now. I'll show you. Now, look where did we close? Oh, we don't even have it here. We're going to have a very large. Okay, so we closed Wednesday. There was no trading. We closed here at 25,457. Hey, Licky Leon from Kenya. Hello, hello. Happy New Year to all of you. Hey, Rajesh. So we closed here. So the moment we open at 9:30, that will be the gap. So the gap between this, where we open here, or where we closed here, right, until where we're going to open at 9:30. That will be the gap. Sometimes we're going to trade all the way back to it. So then there's no gap. That happened on Wednesday. That happened the last day of the year. Remember? It was a very small gap. And the larger the gap is, the more information it will give you, because institutions use that as a gap, as an area that needs to be rebalanced, even though we traded in it during overnight during glowbacks. But the institutions use that as a gap. Don't ask me why, but it's a gap. And use it to your advantage. So that's how so for me, I would love not to see too much going back into the range, because I love a big opening range gap. I love large wicks, and I love a large opening range gap, if that makes sense. Now, don't make any other jokes about that. I warn you. I can already hear you guys thinking. Happy New Year to everyone, guys. And it's been such a good year to end, thanks to you guys. So for me, it would be very nice if we move away from that, so that we already have a gap. At this moment, the gap is more than 200 points, right? Yeah, almost 200 points, because we closed at 25 for something, 457, I think. So right now the gap is 200, almost 200 points. So let's say we go up a little bit, and then we might move a little bit down. So we might close the gap a little bit. Well, Jay, if you want to know about wicks, I go over them all the time. You'll see me grade them. Yes, and that's exactly what I just wanted to share. By the way, ICT lifted the veil on those gaps this year. His last few videos are just amazing, but he dropped a video last night, and guess what? It went exactly over the trade that we did at the morning AM session, and he goes over everything that we literally were looking at. And why I was bearish, I mean, it was just exactly like, wow. So for anyone who was here the last day, and we went over that trade that was a short, and most of you, all of you were like, no, it's a long, it's a long. And yes, Jay, and he literally lifted the veil on those wicks in 2025. And for me, that is just, it just were so many little gaps that I still had in my knowledge, and it just closed a lot of gaps for me. Now it's still sometimes complicated when there's a lot of wicks. Because I believe there's a sequence in it, especially when we have, consolidation. And obviously he doesn't reveal everything, but for me the answers are, I prefer bodies or wicks over bodies to reading price. It sounds really weird, but for the higher time frame to be able to get my TPs and to get my where I can expect retracements, where I can expect reversals. Well, rejections obviously are retracements, right? Well, not always, by the way, but if you have a rejection block, once it's rejected, that afterward it becomes liquidity, right? then that low becomes a liquidity point. First rejection, then liquidity. $242. Yes. So, but you still need to go through core content, go through the PD arrays, but then again, you don't have to go through to 2022, 23, 24. You go backwards. So you start, because he goes over a lot of concepts in 2025, but in a shorter way, and you can sort of like, it's almost he gave you guys a shortcut, I think, but you still need to study. Yeah. But it's enough to do your core content first, at least the PD arrays. And then you go from 2025 backwards. And he's going to do another one. He said he will be doing live in 10th of February, but he's going to try to, if he has time, he will do another. But hey, listen, the one that he gave yesterday. Yeah, did you, so you saw it already, Jay? Did you, oh, propulsion blocks helped you, yes. Yeah. Yes, if you're an extension and you have to understand proportions, and then you can keep on trading the extension, you keep on going higher and higher and you wait until you get a chase in the state delivery, right? You just keep on trading long until you get until the price action tells you differently. We can go over the price, by the way, from Asia to see how to trade this. This will go. I'm sure. I'm quite sure about this trade. We have to wait 6 more minutes anyway, so. Let's go to the 15-minute on this one. What time did you enter, Jay? Look at this. You got your breaker here, your retest. Yeah, it's a beautiful. Here's your proportion when you go into it, boom. This is a little bit harder. Well, you don't have much proportion blocks though, to be honest, on the lower time frame. Let's see what happens here. $507 was your entry. Hey, Casey. Hello. Happy New Year to you. How are you doing? How's it going? Long time no see. How's it going, Casey? Now we could have another four. It could be stopped out on this macro. Let's see, because we are lower than here. We rejected here. We do have a rejection block here. So this is a rejection block. Let's see. It looks like a reaccumulation phase to take previous high. Yeah, you're still bullish, right? Yeah. So MJ is looking at the full market maker. Let's go to a lower time frame to show you. I think I'm going to be stopped out. Hey, Bowser, how are you doing? We'll have a look at gold, Casey, as well. Okay, I will be stopped out because I put my stop below. Let's go to the 5 minute. Okay, let's have a look at the 5. So we have a bullish breaker, and if we do go to the downside, I want a bearish breaker to be confirmed. Where's my 3 minute? Even though if it's my reject here, it's going to stop me out because I didn't put my stop. I placed my stop too high. Either it could retest there and go back up, or so I'm gonna. It's just so. Are you Okay, let's see. You entered long on gold. Yeah, I'll have a look at gold. Let's see how this macro is going to give us some information. Yeah, we had a rejection here. Let's see how far. I really want a confirmation of a short. I'm not going to enter. I really want this breaker to be activated. Also, because I wonder if we're just going to get 4 hour. I call them 4 hour babies. Like, remember, guys, that it's just not going to move because we had such a large move. So for me, this is just a paper trade. I really wanted to break this area, create activate the bearish breaker instead of now already anticipating. Because for me, I don't know. I see a wick here. It could reject here as well. It's just sort of like we're bouncing now between. I believe we're just going back and forth for a while. Um, I just really need confirmation before entering. Um, I'm not convinced enough. And if it goes, it goes. Then the first run I'll have to let go and I'll wait for a retest of something. But in this area, when I see a bullish and a bearish breaker, I'm just very vigilant. This is the bullish one. We're retesting this. We retested it once. We're retesting again. So it might break, yes, but then I really want this level to be. Then I'll look for a short. But until then, I'm not. Now my stop loss. Let's see, guys. Let's see, guys. I want to go short from this internet, guys. Let's see if it goes. If it does it in this macro. Let's see if it goes. If it does it in this macro. Oh, it's still there. There we go. Come on, go, go, go. But it was definitely stating it was not ready to go down yet. Either I get water back and then they take away my internet, or I get water and internet. So I'm not too happy with my TP placement. Okay, first presented. I'm not too happy with my TP placement. Okay, first presented. Let's see. So, I'm hoping it's going to stop anytime. That's correct. We love it. Woohoo! But I'd say I think it's going to go high. We'll see. Let me quickly. Come on, now stop it. I'm gonna quickly check if the water is back on. Confident in a short, and why would I have taken a long here and not a short? Hold on. Okay, so it's going higher. Let me show you where I think it's going. So we still have these highs here as well, but let's go to the 4 hour. Um, Dolly. Okay, maybe I just should quit the stream. I'll quickly check if the water is back. Confident in short, and about. Yeah. Oh, it just keeps on going. Okay, so let's see. And then I might just reconsider a short again from here. So like I said, right? Okay, I'm quickly gonna go grab a coffee. I'll be right back and check my at. I might have to stop the stream. It might just be a glitch that happens, and it just takes. Sometimes it's a few minutes, and then hours as well. So now the internet's glitching. Welcome to South Africa. Yes, and then otherwise I'll have to stop the stream. It is what it is. A lot of the times everything goes down for a little bit and then it's. Let me see if we've got any news on the. Okay, guys, I think it might be wise to start looking maybe for a short. So let's see. Either if we break this very quickly, you've got your answer, but we could have another run higher, or we're going to break here and go, and this is the high. Was a very safe trade. But yeah, it was a beautiful trade, right? Beautiful. There was more meat to the bone, but still wouldn't enter until I get a 15-minute change in the state. You see how many people, I'm sure a lot of people lost a lot of money. You could see in the chat, and especially after a large move like that, when Asia starts to move, you really think I'm going to stop the stream. It's starting to annoy. I'll watch on my phone. I don't know if you guys see me, but we're just going to end the stream here. And that lost a lot of money with that going short. A lot of people went short. I'm sure about it. Could flush the toilet, luckily, but so it's been a bad. Actually, it's been a bad start of the wise and Wi-Fi wise, but everything else, I'm still very happy. Okay, it's half. Let's see if the internet. Okay, let's see if it stays on now. It looks better. Okay, fuck this. Fuck this internet. Oh, I hate this. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the on. But anyway, we'll talk about it another time. There's enough to talk about because it's just beautiful price action.